driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Oh, great. The camera's already. It's like, I can't focus. I can't focus. All right. Well, I won't do the force focus here. Gene's probably going to go out again. I'm just getting things a little prepared. Got a lot of people sending me friend requests lately. I mean, for me. It's a lot for Dion, which means I'm getting a couple. 292. Things are catching on, man. People are understanding the club, and so yeah, I'm hoping we can do some good, man. That's all I really want to do. Today I don't give a fuck what other people are doing. Okay. Whoa. What are we trying to get to in here? Oh, I can't find it. Oh. All right. We'll start there. We're going to start on 292. I just need to check something real quick. Because I'm watching a dog get home for shut. You doing okay? All right. All right. I am back. Man, nobody today. It's all right. It means you're out living your life, which is good. So, welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'll be your host. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Probably the rewatch. Today we're talking about the rationalizers and the self-effacing. Probably the best story in this class tells how the AA name was used to back up a libel lawsuit. A member's name and professional attainment are known on 3 continents got a hold of a letter which she thought damaged her professional reputation. She felt something should be done about this, and so did her lawyer, also an AA. They assumed that both the public and AA would be rightfully angry if the facts were known. Soon, several newspapers headlined how Alcoholics Anonymous was rooting for one of its lady members, named in full, of course, to win her suit for libel. Shortly after this noted radio commenter listening audience estimated 12 million people the same thing, this again proved that the AA name could not be used for purely personal purposes, this time on a nationwide scale. Yeah, we don't do that, right? Now, we may support people on an individual basis. As a sponsor, I do help out sponsees that might be in trouble with the law. Maybe they have a PO, maybe they're going to court. But if they are doing the work, I will support them. I will do what I can to say, hey, this is my recommendation. And believe it or not, we do carry a little bit of clout in these areas if you have done the work. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. A judge will know if you're full of shit. Okay, you ain't fooling judges. Okay, they are bullshit detectors. So just don't even try. they also have the resources to find out whether you're telling the truth or not. Okay? So, no, we do not get anything special because we are in AA. In fact, I will fight against that. No. There was one law that they wanted to pass here in Colorado where they would make a certain percentage of everything public sober. And what a bad idea. No, that's a horrible idea. That's called codependency. No, thank you. All right. So the old files at AA headquarters reveal many score of such experiences with broken anonymity. Most of them point up the same lesson. They tell us that we alcoholics are the biggest rationalizers in the world, and that fortified with the excuse that we are doing great things for AA, we can, through broken anonymity, resume our old disastrous pursuit of personal power and prestige, public honors and money, the same implacable urges that when frustrated once caused us to drink, the same forces that today are ripping the globe apart at the seams. These lessons make clear, moreover, that enough spectacular anonymity breakers could someday carry our whole society down into that ruinous dead end with them. Lack of power. That was our dilemma. I just had another person, another person got frustrated with the 3 p.m. and left. Okay. Here's the thing. If you think that you're going to control a certain amount of people, this person just wanted clout. And I'll give an example. We were low rate listed on everything AA. And I kept saying this. In fact, I took a snapshot of it. I put it in the thing. This person would not listen and went ahead and signed us up for everything AA again. Then we were listed twice. Now we've got, and I don't think we are. Then we had to go back, and that is because they didn't want to listen. And I find it odd. I find it very, very odd that when people leave these groups, suddenly they have a lot of shit talking to do. Surprise, surprise. No, thanks. That's your problem. And clearly, you've done something. And you feel bad about it. And you don't know what to do. So what you're going to do, you're going to get angry. This is what I do when I don't want to admit that I've done something wrong. I will get angry at you. I will justify it, and then I will get angry at you. That is my old behavior. Okay? If I am angry at someone, I'm in old behavior. Period. It doesn't matter the circumstance. I'm in old behavior. And it'd probably be best if I don't make any decisions. Right? This person will usually leave in the sense in best of luck to you. Like with me leaving, your group's going to fall apart. Let me tell you something. If I left right now, I would hope that if I left my group, it would move forward. Hope to God it would. The ones I'm running. My home group, I'll do everything that I can. It's too big. It'll keep going forward. Okay? But sometimes we get into AA and we start thinking that we know better, when really what we haven't done is read the traditions. We probably haven't read the traditions, and we probably don't really know what we're talking about. I'll come up with great ideas, and they seem like great ideas, but then I'll go read Tradition 6, and I'll say, oh, they tried that, and look what happened. Look what happened to them. Well, the same thing is going to happen to me. I'm not more or less qualified. Okay. This person also wanted to bring in OIAA, which I thought was great, but they wanted to be the lead and do this, and you could tell that there was control in this. See, now what's he going to do? Oh, now that I'm not there, you can't do that. Okay. I don't care. So what? Oh no, don't threaten me with a good time. So I'm going to tell you, let's say I do something that brings something to the group. The qualification isn't that if I leave, it goes to. That's not how this shit works. No, that's silly to do. Okay. But we cannot use the groups to make ourselves leaders of prominence, man, because we're not. I do a lot of service work, right? But there's a lot of times I turn down service work because I get asked all the time. And I got to give other people a chance to do it. All right, now we're going to go to page 136 in AA Comes of Age. Just want to make sure I'm on the right spot. This was particularly true of anonymity. Today, I hope I have come to a time in my AA life when I can obey because I really want to obey. Because I really want the traditions for myself as well as AA as a whole. Therefore, each of our 12 traditions is really an expression of the deflation that each of us has to take, of the sacrifice that we shall have to make in order to live and work together. And if we don't understand, okay, so this person did not understand the sacrifice. You don't get credit. You didn't start OIAA. You just happen to find them, become a part of it. Good for you, which I think is great. We're more than happy to help. But if it means that we're doing it so that other people will give you likes and respect you more, I'm out. I am out. I will not do it. No. Dr. Bob was essentially a far more humble person than I. In some ways, he was sort of a spiritual natural. And this anonymity business came rather easily to him. So Dr. Bob had a shit ton of humility. Right? He had a lot of humility. Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you. I'm glad somebody showed up. So, and happy birthday again. I'm just really excited for you. So, I will celebrate birthdays for a week. I will do that, especially if they're my friends. Right? So, great job again. Now I know Patricia, she ain't gonna celebrate again today, but that's okay. I'm the same way. I celebrate on my day, and then I have to look for other successes. And I know that's how Patricia works too. So, he could not understand why some people would want so much publicity. In the year, I can understand it because I didn't get my I feel like I didn't get my recognition. I didn't feel like I got my 15 minutes of time. When is it my turn? Those lines sound familiar. God, when's it going to be my turn? It's your turn right now. Take what's being given to you. Yeah. See, if I'm too busy complaining about God's handiwork, I'm not receiving the gifts that I'm currently getting, which is probably everything that I need. And a little bit of what I want. Believe it or not, I get what I want now. What I want is a better world. That's what I want. So, in the years before he died, his personal example respecting anonymity did much to help him keep my own lid on. So, Bill was the opposite. He was probably a lot more like me, where he wants to run his mouth, felt better, wanted to go shout from the rooftops. But then I have a sponsor that said, yo, Dion, no, we don't do that. So do you see, these two were opposites and we needed it. We needed that balance. These two balanced each other out. Okay? Because not one person can be everything. Not even two people really can. But this was all done intentionally. And it certainly wasn't done intentionally by a human being. I think of one of the affecting instance in particular, one that every AA ought to know. When it was sure that Dr. Bob was mortally afflicted, some of his friends suggested that there be a suitable monument or mausoleum erected in his honor of him and his wife Anne, something befitting of a founder and his lady. All right, it did happen. It did happen in a way. You can go to Akron, Ohio and visit Dr. Bob's house. That's about as far as it's going to go. Okay. Beyond that, Dr. Bob would very much not like a statue erected in, if we were going to, you know what, if those two were going to give credit, they would have given it to their wives. Anyway, honestly, Anne and, how did I forget Bill's wife's name? It'll come back. Of course, there was very natural and moving tribute. The committee went so far as to show him a sketch of the proposed edifice, telling about this. Dr. Bob grinned broadly and said, "God bless him. They mean well, but for heaven's sake, Bill, let's you and I get buried just like other folk." Yay, humility. Yay, humility. Yeah. Dr. Bob said, "Why? That's nice of them, but I'm not any different from anybody else. I know how that feels. I don't want to be, because I do a lot of talking. I do this and I do that. People say, I love your passion. Everything you do good. And I appreciate that. I really, really do. But I do it because I have a debt to pay. Actually, I feel like my debt is over. I do it because I want it now. I don't know. There might be a debt. God will let me know. Okay, but I do know some things. Number one, I know I've been forgiven. My life's just way too great for me not to have been forgiven by this point. Right? And when I get that, I can start to forgive others, and then I can see things for what they are. Like this gentleman that left the group angry yesterday. I'm not mad at this person. I did find out there was a little bit of shit talking, but when somebody said I was being passive aggressive, which tells me what was going on, because I'm not passive aggressive. I may have been, and I'm going to take a look at it. I haven't had a chance to yet, but I don't take offense. Why? Why should I? Okay. I would rather this person figured out what was going on and came back. That's what I would rather have. I really would. Even with the shit talking. Why? Because they have some pretty good shares, man. They have some pretty good shares. He helps people. So, no, I don't want him gone. We need his help. That's how I think about it. I do know what's going on, though. I know. He has to move. He's being like forced to move, and I can tell it's not something he really wants to do. But this is his way of saying goodbye. It's abandonment issues, man. I get it. I understand that. See, now I don't have to be angry. I don't have to be hurt. And what do I have left? I have the truth left, which means I can pray for that. Okay. A year after his passing, I visited Akron Cemetery where Dr. Bob and Ann lie. The simple stone says not a word about Alcoholics Anonymous. Some people may think this is a wonderful couple carried personal anonymity too far when they firmly refuse to use the word Alcoholics Anonymous even on their own burial stone. For one, I do not think so. I think that this moving and final example of self-effacement will prove more permanent worth to AA than any amount of public attention or great monument. What's he saying? Dr. Bob says, I'm not any different than you. I'm not. And what Dr. Bob would do is he would actually give away his medical services free for the rest of his life. That's how he gave back. Okay. See, if you go read Dr. Bob's Nightmare, he'll tell you about a debt that he owes. A debt. Excuse me. Where are my debts? Step 9. That's where my debts are. Step 9. And I have to take those and I have to bring them to justice. I have to bring them to justice. So we have the rationalizers. Well, I'm this way because of. Then you have the self-effacing. I'm angry and it's my problem. Yeah. Self-effacing is not a bad thing. And I think it's actually self-efficacy. I think I'm saying it. I think I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. So, yay. Good stuff. I have this little twinge of excitement in me, and I'm not sure what it is. And that usually means something good is coming up. Because I can't put my finger on it. It's been a while since I felt this way. Something good is going to happen this week. I don't know what for, who for, where, what, when, but I just got that feeling. And of course, something good's going to happen this week. I do not predict the future. I do not. Like I can just see. I just see. You know. Gosh. You know. I'm gonna talk about group amends real quick, and I did this at the beginning, but nobody was quite here yet. I've noticed this. I've noticed something. Okay. Every now and then you may. Okay. I'm just gonna use myself. I'm just gonna use myself. Okay. There have been times when I misunderstood something in a meeting and I left in a huff and puff like a jerk. Okay. I went back and when it was time, it came to me and I made an amends to the group. Did those things still happen? I was gaslit. Yes. But I have to clean my side of the street, period. It does not matter whether the other, and I never expect an amends. I let go of that when I was like 22. Don't ever expect amends from other people. If you do that, your life will be horrible. Okay? Instead, forgive and move on. Don't forget. You don't need to forget. I don't forget. If you've hurt me, I have not forgotten. Okay? And if I've hurt you, you probably haven't forgotten. And I know what that's like. So maybe we should just all get together and say, hey, this was bullshit. This was bullshit. How about we just agree that we're full of snakes and we don't do it again? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It was great to have you all. Patricia, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out. And have it.